Most people think sports betting is simple. You pick a team, you win or lose, and that's it. But if that were really true, sportsbooks wouldn't be one of the fastest growing industries in modern entertainment. Because somewhere along the way, betting stopped feeling like gambling and started feeling like a game you never actually stopped playing. To understand how this happened, you have to look at what sportsbooks actually sell. It's not just bets. It's not just sports. It's something more subtle. They sell attention. Think about how betting used to work. You'd place a wager before a game, then you'd wait. Maybe check the score later. That was it. Boring, slow, final. Now compare that to a modern betting app. The moment you open it, you're hit with live odds shifting in real time, colorful animations, boosted bets flashing on the screen, and dozens of micro decisions you can make while the game is still happening. This is where the transformation begins, because sportsbooks figured out something important. People don't actually enjoy waiting for outcomes. They enjoy anticipation, the uncertainty, the feeling that something could change at any second. So, instead of one bet per game, they turned the game into hundreds of tiny moments. Every pitch, every possession, every play, a new opportunity to react. This is called live betting, and it changes everything. Because now, you're no longer watching a game. You're participating in a stream of constant decisions, and every decision comes with emotional stakes. Win a small bet? Dopamine hit. Lose a small bet? You barely have time to process it because another opportunity is already on the screen. And that's intentional, because sportsbooks don't just profit from people winning or losing, they profit from people staying engaged. The longer you stay inside the system, the more decisions you make, and the more decisions you make, the more chances there are for the house edge to take effect. But the real innovation isn't just live betting, it's how losing itself has been redesigned. In traditional gambling, losing meant stopping. You ran out of money or you walked away. But modern sportsbooks turned losing into something else, a reason to keep going. If you lose a bet today, you're often offered something like a bonus bet, a refund credit, or a second chance promotion. On the surface, it feels like protection. But psychologically, it does something very different. It keeps you inside the loop. Because now, a loss doesn't feel final. It feels like a step in a longer process. Not an ending, but a setup for the next decision. Even the language is carefully designed. You're not losing money. You're almost hitting. You're one leg away. You're so close. That framing matters, because the brain treats near misses almost like wins. Not logically, but emotionally. And sportsbooks understand that better than almost anyone. That's why you'll often see games where your bet loses, but only by one play, one moment, one decision. Not enough to feel like you were wrong, just enough to make you feel like next time it could go the other way. And then there's the final layer, the one most people don't notice. Sportsbooks don't just make betting easy, they make it continuous. Notifications, live updates, odds alerts. Something is happening right now, messages. Even when you're not betting, the system is still talking to you, still pulling your attention back in, still reminding you that there's always another opportunity. At that point, betting is no longer just an activity. It becomes a background layer of the sports experience itself. You're watching a game, but also tracking odds. You're enjoying the sport, but also monitoring your position. You're in two realities at once. And that's the real shift. Sportsbooks didn't just change gambling. They merged it with entertainment. So now, even when you lose, you're still engaged, still watching, still participating, still inside the system. Because in the modern version of sports betting, the goal isn't just to win or lose. It's to never fully step away. And that might be the most important part of all. Not that people gamble, but that they stay entertained while they do it. We cover topics like this multiple times per week. Subscribe for more.